Hey everybody, and welcome back to Lindsay's Little Library. It is BookList Thursday again. Always exciting, right? And this BookList Thursday is something I do with my friend Sarah over at Sarah's Nightstand. Definitely go and check her out. We come to you every Thursday with some sort of bookish related ideas or recommendations or thoughts, something like that. And as you know, for the month of October, we are making it very Halloween-y themed. So this week's BookList Thursday are black and orange books, right? So I was a little concerned because I'm like, I don't think I have any orange books. I can't think of any orange books. And when I went to my shelf, it's amazing how many orange, at least orange spines, I found. And then I had a little bit of an issue finding black books, which you wouldn't think, but it was fun. So I have two piles to talk about today. One of them are books that I have read, the other are books that are on my TBR shelf. So I may not go too much into detail as far as what the books are about because I have quite the stack here, but we'll give it a whirl. So my first pile are my TBR, or are my red books. So there's my black and my orange. Kind of fun, right? So what do we have? We've got Love and Other Words by Christina Lauren. This is a really, really sweet contemporary book following Macy and her friendship with Elliot. There's dual time perspectives, so you are taken back to when Macy and Elliot first meet, and then in present day and find out that they're not talking to each other anymore, and you learn why. Really good. I sped through this book. All right, next one I have is Orphan Train by Christina Baker Klein. This is a historical fiction. Look at the orange on the back too. Historical fiction that follows our character who is put on the orphan train. So, when would this have been? Late 1800s, early 1900s, when the immigration was really, really high coming into kind of our eastern ports. A lot of kids were left orphaned, and so there was really a high population of orphans there, so they would put them on what is called the orphan train and start going west, stopping at cities along the way and having families come and adopt these kids. So it follows the story of one of the girls that was on an orphan train, and it's easily one of my favorite historical fictions ever. It's an awesome book. The next one I have is The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks by Rebecca Skloot. This is a nonfiction book that follows the life of Henrietta Lacks. She was a poor black tobacco farmer who had cancer, and her cells were taken without her permission and have been used in research and been really vital in creating some of the medications we have today, and some of the discoveries that were made because of her cells, and she never even knew it happened, never gave permission, and it follows kind of how that came out and what happened with it. It's a really great book. The next one I have is The Broken Girls by Simone St. James. This is a bit of a thriller that follows, again, dual time perspectives. So you have four girls who are growing up in a kind of home for troubled girls. Back in the 1950s, something happens, and then you have present day. Something happened, they're connected, there's a ghost, it's fabulous and creepy and great. And then the next one is Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. It's the 7th book in the Harry Potter series by J.K. Rowling. That's all I have to say. And my last one is The Storyteller by Jodi Picoult. Oh, one of my top 2 Jodi books ever. This is amazing. This follows the story of Sage, and she's a baker. She has her own shop, and she has a customer that comes in pretty regularly. His name is Joseph, and everyone loves this man in town. He has been, I think he was a teacher at the high school. Like, he is one of these idolized community leaders, but very down to earth, and him and Sage strike up this very strange but beautiful friendship. And at one point, as they become closer as friends, he basically says, hey, I need you to do me a favor. I need you to kill me because I was a Nazi. I was a guard at a Nazi concentration camp. It's beautiful. It's great. It's amazing. It's true Jodi. It makes you just totally question everything. So pick that up. All right, so then I have a crazy pile of orange and black books from my TBR shelf. Now there's a few extra little colors in there, but it's mainly orange and black. These I don't know a ton about, so we'll kind of speed through them. The first one is The Invention of Wings by Sue Monk Kidd. Not sure where I got this from. Somebody probably recommended it, but we got that one. Next up I have Artemis by Andy Weir. Andy Weir wrote The Martian. I loved The Martian, which is again an orange book, but I don't know where my copy is. So if you have it, can you just get it back to me, please? That'd be great. But he wrote The Martian. Love, love, love that book. So I grabbed Artemis. It was the book of the month club. Haven't read it yet though. Next one is Sometimes I Lie by Alice Feeney. I'm in a coma. My husband doesn't love me anymore. Sounded interesting. Black and orange. The next one is Radium Girls by Kate Moore. This follows again historical fiction, but yet follows a true event. Hundreds of girls went to work in this factory and they had to deal with radium, and so they didn't know how deadly and what it would do to them. So it follows that story and kind of what happened from there. Next one is another Jodi Picoult book, Harvesting the Heart. I don't remember which one this one is about, but it doesn't matter, it's Jodi. Then we have The Perfect Girl by Gilly Macmillan. I read a Gilly Macmillan book earlier this year. It was called What She Knew. Definitely suspenseful, thriller-ish. So those books I don't like to know a lot about, so I really can't tell you what it's about, but we've got that. Then we have The Last Anniversary by Liane Moriarty, which I am so quickly falling in love with Liane Moriarty. I love the way she writes. I love how she develops her characters. I love everything about it. And so this is one of her earlier books, and definitely very fallish themed. I might have to read that soon. Next one I have Sharp Objects by Gillian Flynn. I believe this was turned into a miniseries on HBO, I think. Very good. I actually like Sharp Objects and Dark Places better than Gone Girl. I know, shocking. The next one we have is Ready Player One, which is more orange on the spine. This is by Ernest Cline. Again, this was also made into a movie. This has a lot of 1980s references. It is sci-fi fantasy-ish because it takes place within what's called the Oasis, which is like a virtual world. But really, really good. I surprisingly enjoyed that so much. And I listened to the audiobook of that, which is narrated by Will Wheaton, which he does an amazing job. So pick that one up. And then the last one I have is If We Were Villains by M.L. Rio. Again, another suspenseful thriller-ish book that I don't like to know a lot about, so I can't tell you. But look at that creepy cover. Isn't that like perfect Halloween, October-ish book to read? Yeah, that's gonna go on the stack, so gotta pick that up. But anyways, that's what I have for my black and orange covers. Again, surprising that I have as many as I do, so I'm loving it. Plus I even have a couple back here, but we can talk about those some other time. Hop on over to Sarah's channel over at Sarah's Nightstand, see what kind of black and orange covers she has as well. Otherwise, like, subscribe, comment below. You know, we love to chat, so we'll see you next time. Bye.